In this lecture, we will discuss another mathematical structure known as the ring. A ring is a group with some additional properties associated with it. If you recall, a group had only one binary operation associated with it, whereas in a ring there are two different binary operations associated with it. Okay, so ring is a non-empty set R associated with the binary operation plus and the binary operation dot, such that certain properties are satisfied. So the first property is the set R is an abelian group under the plus operation. Okay, so set R is an abelian group under the plus operation with E as the identity element corresponding to the plus operation. This is the first property. Okay, so R is basically going to satisfy all the properties that a group has to satisfy under the plus operation. In addition to that, the plus operation in R is commutative. Okay, so R is an abelian group under the plus operation, and the identity element that you get under the plus is E, which is also a unique identity element. The next property is for any triplet that you take in R, under the dot operation, the triplets will always satisfy associativity. So the set R is always satisfying associativity under the dot operation. The third property that this set R satisfies is the existence of a unique element, which I have denoted here with this double scripted 1. Okay, and this unique identity element is in correspondence to the dot operation that you have. So similar to the plus operation, where the identity element when was operated with any other element gave back the other element, similarly in this case of dot operation, this double scripted 1 when acts on element x in R, it will always give you back the same x. Okay, so that is what we are saying. 1 dot x is same as x dot 1, which is equal to x. So this is also known as the multiplicative identity element. The fourth property that the set has to satisfy, and please note that this property is in conjunction to the both binary operations that we have, and is known as the distributive property. So the fourth property here is for any triplet, the distributive property has to be satisfied. So what is the distributive property? One is if you take the addition operation and this element result, take the plus operation and the element of plus operation is operated with z, it is same as x operated with z under dot plus y operated with z under dot. Another form of distributivity that you will have is if you take the plus operator between y and z and the element resulting from it is such and the element that you have is again operated with x using dot, then it is same as x operated with y under the dot operation added to x operating on z under the dot operation. So this is a distributive property that you have, that triplets in R have to satisfy as far as both the operations are concerned. And the last property that R has to satisfy again under the dot operation is the property of closure. So any pair of element that you take from R, if you have the dot operation, then the resultant element will also come to lie in the set R. So this is a closure property that you have. So if all these 5 properties are satisfied, then R is said to be a ring which is associated with the binary operations plus and dot. Okay, now if for a ring associated with these two elements plus, and if for a ring associated with these two binary operations plus and dot, if the dot operation is commutative, then this ring is also known as a commutative ring. So in general, rings do not satisfy the commutation property as far as the dot operation is concerned, but the ring should satisfy the commutation as far as the plus operation is concerned. Okay, so if they satisfy the commutation also in the dot operation, then we say that the ring is commutative. Okay, so essentially under one operation it satisfies commutation, and under the other operation it need not satisfy commutation, but it still can be a ring. But if it satisfies commutation on both the operations, then we have a commutative ring. Okay, let's see some examples. A set of integers with the plus being the addition operation and the dot being the multiplication operation. This can be a ring. Similarly, a set of real numbers with addition and multiplication operations. A set of rational numbers with the addition and multiplication operation. A set of complex numbers along also with the set of addition and multiplication operations. In addition to this, all these four examples also satisfy commutation with respect to the multiplication operation, and hence they are also commutative rings. Okay, in the first case, the additive identity is 0 and the multiplicative identity is 1. The same holds for the next three examples as well. Let us come to example number 5, which is a set of real matrices with the addition operation and the multiplication operation. So in this case, again you can verify that this is going to be a ring, but it is not a commutative ring because matrix multiplication is non-commutative in general. Okay, what about a set of real polynomials in T where it is defined as this? So in this case, under the of course polynomial addition and polynomial multiplication operations. Okay, so in this case as well, the set of polynomials is going to be a commutative ring, and the n that you see in the definition, this includes infinity as well. So basically it is a set of all possible polynomials that we have. The set of all possible real polynomials that we have is basically a commutative ring under the polynomial addition and polynomial multiplication operations. I again suggest you to look for some other examples of sets which are ring uh, and satisfy the commutative property, which are ring and do not satisfy the commutative property in the dot operation. So we will stop here for this, and in the next lecture we will see another structure that will be useful and is known as the field. Thank you.